And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a day. It is Tuesday. That's the day it is. I know my days of the week, and I hope you do too. And I hope you're having a fabulous day because you are fabulous and have just earned it. It's been a hard week already. You deserve to have a fabulous day. Hey, let's go ahead and get into the mining and crafting and stuff. I'm down here at my tree farm area, and I have a small problem. That small problem is slime. That's right. I have a slime problem. Okay. Now, some of you may have slime problems in your bathrooms. Okay. You really should have that checked out. Others of you, maybe it's in your refrigerator. Again, probably should do something about that. Me, I have a slime problem in my tree farm. So, we're going to see about doing something about that today. All right, so here's the deal. Let me show you. So I've got a couple of tools here. So I can pull up the mini map, and you can see those areas in green up there. Those are slime chunks, okay? And if I pop one up here in Mini HUD, look at this lovely guy right here. This happy green square is a slime chunk. And as you can see on the map, we come right over here. There's another one right through this wall. Okay. Now, the one on the other side of the wall isn't a huge problem. This one is. Okay. Because I don't want to be dealing with slime while I'm in here chopping down trees and stuff. Okay. So we're going to have to do something about this. Unfortunately, I think this means I'm going to be losing a fair amount of the space I have for my farm. We've got another problem here too that I was looking at a little bit just before stream started. Oh, look, there's another slime chunk. This is what I get for doing farms and things down at the slime chunk level. Right? Slimes will happily spawn up here and all the way down there. Though that's a deep dark down there, so maybe they won't care or something. But whatever it is, we're going to have some issues. So, hey, how's it going there, Mars Antonio? Welcome, welcome. You're having a fabulous day over there on Twitch. Yeah, so we're going to have to do something about this. So I'm going to start by taking down this tree. Okay? It's definitely a tree that's in the way. Because that's just what trees do, is they just get in the way. Also provide wood and oxygen and things like that, but also in the way. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up this. Ooh, do I have more things? What if that's just a tall bush and not a tree? Hey, you know, you're probably right about that too. You know, they get like that. The bushes and things, you know? All right, so let's see now. And I have all this slime. That's why we're doing this. It's because we're dealing with all the slime. Yeah, bushes taste good. Broccoli. Broccoli's okay. You steam it right. So tasty. All right, so here's the thing. Yeah, a cauliflower. Sure. Not one of my preferred veggies, but though my stepmother-in-law, I guess it is, makes a pretty decent cauliflower pizza. So, you know, I guess can't complain too much there. Is corn technically a bush? I'm not entirely sure how corn is classified there. Okay, so we run out of stuff right here. Okay, that's good to know. Now things are going to get funky because we've got our beacon going through here. That's cool. Okay, but this whole area is slime chunky area, which is fine. Yeah, funky is fun. It's right there in the name. You can't have funky without fun. However, what I can have is apparently broken ankles from falling down this hole multiple times. All right, so the next question. Yeah, so this green area here is all a slime chunk. Now, the other thing I want to do here is I am going to want to dig this all down to, what is that, Y27? So, yeah, I mean, this whole tree farm area, I want it to be down at Y27. So that's going to be a fair amount of digging. But that's okay. We have the technology. So let's go ahead and get to it. The question is going to be, do I actually want to open up the other side? Like I said, there's a... All right, let's free camp for just a minute. Oh, yeah, there's lots of slimy goodness back here. Okay. Or the potential for slimy goodness. All right, I might want to open that up. Okay, but first, we got to dig this out. Said we'll get the rest of the tree farm dug out after we're done with this, but yeah, with the dwarfs singing or digging a hole, yes. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy hole. Diggy hole. Yeah. I don't know what I was going for with that, but it was totally a thing. Anyway. Let's see. So, yeah, because I want to take this whole farm down for reasons, okay? My elevator up there stops, and then I've got another drop down this way. I don't want to deal with the stairs, so. Yes. The dwarf spent too much time digging alone with his thoughts. And it ended up being really, really bad for him. You know, he spent time, he got, you know, no, I'm not going to say that he got stoned. That would be really bad. That would be bad for a dwarf. And for puns everywhere. So we're not going to say that. I mean, I did say that. So maybe we are going to say that. Our poor dwarf spent so much time digging that he got stoned. And I should apologize, but I'm not going to. The kids left him for an ogre. Yeah. Well, you know, maybe he was jealous. His wife had a better beard than he did, you know. It's hard to tell. That's offhand is not the same as the crafting grid. I don't know. All right. Yeah, it's fun. I've read a number of different fantasy stories that have dwarves and even talk about dwarvish women. And there are actually a couple of them that talk about their beards. It's fun. He was the wife at one point. Well. All right, I need to get up here. Whoa, hi. Sure. I was going to get up here, but apparently there's this whole hole here. Yeah. Cool. That's right. No up, only down. You know, my job has felt like that some days. I joke. I like my job, but there are definitely days when there are server issues and other things. It's like, yeah. What was that? There was a song in Disney's Robin Hood. You know, with the foxes and stuff. Yeah, there's actually a song that talks about that. Yeah, sometimes the ups outnumber the downs, but not in Nottingham. Also, is there? Oh, okay. Huh. All right, we may have to do some stuff over here. It's okay. Never watched any Disney. Okay. I watched that movie so many times when I was a kid. Yeah, it was just one of those movies that, well, I liked it. It was fun. It was funny. And it was one of the first times I realized that there was an animator who had a style. Because the dude who draws Little John in that movie also drew Baloo the Bear, I think it was. And yeah, he has an impressive skill. You're more into horror. Okay. Horror and true crime. Yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to think when the last time it was that I watched Disney's Robin Hood. It's probably been... Man, it's been decades. It has been a long time. Like I said, it's fun. It's a good one. But I'm into musicals and stuff too, so, you know. It's a thing. Not a horror fan on my side of things, but okay. All right, so we're going to be having slime come in here. I may have to do something for the area below this. Right, because it came in here. Right, and dropped down here, and obviously this is outside the chunk. That is inside of it. But yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff here. And slime do not care about light levels. Slime chunks. You like some Hamilton plays? You know, I've never seen Hamilton. At this point, I'm sort of... I don't know if I'm intentionally avoiding it, but I have ample opportunity to watch it because it's on Disney Plus. I just never have. Now I got introduced to musicals early by my parents, and I love them. Of course, I was a musician too, growing up. Played in band and stuff, and it was a thing. Okay, so this is 20. This Y27 down here. Oh, that's 28, isn't it? Hang on, I have to free cam for just a minute. Yeah, I have to go down one more layer. Okay. Cool. It also doesn't help that I married a musician, so, you know, it's... Despite my channel being called Music Free Gaming, I actually very much enjoy music. Just not in my games. Okay. Alright, so we'll clear this out. Now, I do want to bring the tree farm down to this level too, but that'll be a problem for future me. For now, let's get this built out. Do you know a few instruments? Nice. See, I never said I was a good musician. I played flute when I was in school. And I dink around on the piano once in a while. Of course, it's been probably 8 years since I've done that, but... Okay, yeah, because this... Honestly, I've got enough stone. Let's just fill it in. I mean, I'd still have the issue of them spawning below, so we'll take a look at that. Because right, as I said, right down right down here is a problem. Though I suppose, like I said, I could slab it up or do something. But honestly, I'm not overly concerned about spawn. Oh, dude. This is not where you're supposed to be. Okay, come on. Go back up. Don't make me get the leash. Okay. Oh, he can't go back up because there's stone in the way. Okay, don't. Let's do it. Come on. Up. You know, flute, piano, drums, violin, quarter, Glock, little trumpet. Nice. Yeah, I said I learned flute when I was in school, but my wife is really the musician. She when she was younger, she was in the Idaho Falls Symphony playing violin. She got her degree in music in flute performance, and played clarinet. She learned how to play just about all the woodwinds, most of them. Small problem with what was it, bassoon? She really wanted to learn to play bassoon. Turns out her hands are too small. She is physically incapable of playing bassoon, which I think is funny, something. It's like the one instrument she wanted to really learn when she took her woodwinds class, and she can't because oh, I must have miscounted or something. Okay, sure. So that is 27. Yeah, miscounted. All right, hey, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We can make this happen. We can totally make this happen. Okay, so. All right, so that means my tree farm level is going to be down here. Okay, which is fine. We can do that. Be a little extra digging, but you know, it's all right. Be back. I'll be back. Or like that one German composer, I'll be back. Okay, I'll see myself out. All right, so this is where our happy little slimes are going to be. Now, I actually have glass on me. Let's just slap that glass down right there. Okay. So now, I need to get the slime to a place where I can, so where that happy little golem can take care of them. But I do want this to be a farm, so we're gonna do a little bit of free cam here for just a minute. Okay. So up here, there's this elevator that goes, surprisingly enough, up. However, right through this way, yeah, right over, where is it? It's not down that too far. Oh, no, it goes this way. Ha! I was confused. Okay, so somewhere over here, we can get. All right, can we get into the storage system? Yes. Okay, so this, I have to bring the elevator down. That's okay. So this will come up here, ducks through this side this way, and then I either suck it in with an item filter and send it into the storage that way, or it whooshes over here and goes into the farm storage. Okay, cool. which means I have to figure out where that is. Right. So that would be here. So this is down here. 4970. Oh, hang on, let me jot this down because I will totally forget. 4970 at minus 7361. Okay. Cool. Oh, also, I should probably do that. Okay. Okie dokie. So 4970. That's going to be that way. Okay. And 7361. So that way a bit. So now this is actually kind of making me wonder if I should set up multiple here, multiple slime farms. Hi. Or at least deal with multiple slime chunks in some way that's healthy or something. Okay. 4970. That is that way quite a ways. And this way, 61. Oh no, it's this way. Okay. You know, it'd be really cool. I'm trying to figure out where this is. Okay, so if it goes this way. All right. 61. Oh. Heck, we're practically 49, 61. Oh, look, another slime chunk. Okay, I went too far this way, but I see where I'm at, kinda. All right. 4361. It's right through there. Huh. Well, that actually could be really handy. Just right. Okay, so that it's going to be roughly here. Okay, and then okay, my bubble vader is going to be in the way. We'll deal with that problem in a minute, but all right. So let's just come the other side of this. Oh, actually it's not. 61 is right here. Ah, even better. Oh, I mean, except for bubble vader and stuff. Right. Good job, me. We've made it very, very moist down here. Right. How to stop the moisture? Okay. You know what? Sometimes it just leaks out. What are you gonna do, right? Okay. We've got some pale oak. I think I can make this work. So let's take some of this pale oak. We'll plank that up, turn that into some trap doors, right? Trap doors. Perfect. Okay. Too many. That's fine. Trap doors. All right. So step number, the first one. Let's get some trap doors in place. We'll put one here. And one right there. Okay, so that's going to stop that water. Now coming this way, I think we can do this. Yeah. Oops, no. I mean, it was so close to being right, but it's not, though. Oh, hey, this block is here. Oh. Okay. And then this can go away. All right, cool. Well, that'll certainly keep the water where it needs to be. All right, cool. Anyway, 61. And then we're going to 49.70. All right. Oh, hey, 49.70 is going to be this way. A lot, actually. Okay. Just turn on the light levels so I can... Oh, look, more slime chunks. Yay. Yeah. That's cool. All right, so this is going to put us... Oh, am I too far? I'm too far. All right. So we need to go back to here. All right, cool. So basically right here should be our bubble column. All right. I think we can make that work. I just need to know exactly where I want the water to go, but this will be fine. All right. Now, again, I mentioned it a lot, but for a good reason. When I build contraptions, farms, and all that type of stuff, when possible, I like to design the output first, figure out where the output is going to be. It makes it a heck of a lot easier to sort out the farm. So, because we're going to be coming out over here, I think what I want to do is actually run the water down one more block. Right? I think I want to run a water stream down here. Okay. And then, because the water stream is going to be down there, I think what I might do, see, there we go. He's doing his job. He knows what's up. Okay. All right. Okay, so what we need to do then, I'll just fill that in, is I need to, I think we'll need to bring our happy little iron golem over here. Right, something like this. Okay. Put them in roughly the middle of the chunk, which is hard to do because it's chunks are 16 by 16, right? Which last time I checked is an even number. So if I have them over here, or this could be interesting. I could glass over the top of this thing, right? Because I think the slime chunks go up to about Y40, which is about 6 blocks above this. But that's fine, right? I don't really care. But if I block this off with glass, slime won't spawn on the glass. That's non-spawnable, right? Glass or slabs, but glass would be cool so we can look in and see what's going on. If I were to do that and then had a lay, yeah, if I just had an allay running around there, but the only problem with that is that, well, I guess there'd be two problems with it. One is there's the potential for my golem to take damage. Like, see, he already has taken a little bit of damage here. In fact, we'll want to heal him up before we get too crazy. But if I put him, say, here, okay, Then, you know, maybe with some magma blocks in front, so when the slimes show up, they will then jump on the magma blocks and, you know, be all, you know, dead and stuff. Because, you know, my preferred slime is usually the dead slime. Living slime, ugh, that's just creepy. So, we're going to avoid the creepy. All right. Yes, yes. And yeah. All right. So then the next question is, fun fact about the Proton VPN, you do in fact have it on your phone. Very nice. I like Proton. They have been in the privacy game for forever. I remember them spinning up an alternative to Gmail when Gmail was just starting up. Man, they've been doing this for a long time. Okay. So yeah, if we bring this guy here, we could have allays. Huh. Yeah, so we could... Oh, actually, you're using it at school so you can watch Twitch during lunch? Awesome. That works. Okay. All right, so I think what I'll do is if I have 2 iron golems to attract the slime, one on this side, one on that side, maybe I'll put a third in over there. I don't think I need 4, but, you know, the slime are weird. They'll do stuff. But then I really would probably just need a single allay that I could have bring the slime balls over to a little drop point over here somewhere where I can then auto-craft it into blocks and send that up into the base. I like this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it. Okay, so we are going to need iron golem stations then. So I think if we're going to do it that way, how do I want to do this then? I like, yeah, let's just try it with 2 of them, okay? The catch is, do I want to do it around the beacon? Huh. No, I think we'll do it. I think we'll do 3. We'll do 3 golems. So I think we'll do 1 right here. Okay, you know, that's kind of hard to see. Let's turn that off for a minute. It's not much easier to see. Okay. Right, so we'll put 1 iron golem here. That's right. That's right, my friend. You're going to want to be in there. Uh-huh. Doesn't it look cozy? Absolutely. All right, we'll slap another one right here. Okay, and I'm going to have to fill this in then. Oops, that's wrong. Oh. Okay, 2, 3. Right, like so. All right, so we'll drop 1 there. And then somewhere roughly here. Again, it's hard to be totally precise or exactly the middle because it's hard to divide an even number by 2 and have an odd number. That's just how math works. Okay, so that will work. All right, and we'll just fence them in. Okay, yeah. This will be just fine. Okay. So I'm going to need some fence. And then we'll need some magma blocks, which I think I have. I think I have magma blocks. Maybe not down here. They'd be up in my base, but we'll see. Okay, and then we're gonna have to breed up a couple of allays, and we'll have to block this area all in so the allays don't run away, because they will do that. Allays are jerks. No, they're flighty. Surprisingly enough, I know, this is a surprise. The fairies are flighty. Yeah, I know. I'm as shocked as you are, but no, it's 100% true. The fairies are flighty. They will try to fly away and go do fairy things and stuff. You know, fairies, man, they're just weird like that. Okay, so yeah, but we could block this off, glass that in. And I might do some more decorative nonsense, at least some glass at the bottom so we can look in and watch the Iron Golem do Iron Golem-y things. I like this idea. All right, cool. Now, did I leave a chest down here that had iron and stuff in it, or did I put that? Aha! Sweet. Unfortunately, it does seem to be lacking in the in the pumpkin department. Well, that's unfortunate. All right. Well then, we're just gonna have to find some pumpkins. All right, and we're also gonna have to darn it, I can words. Get some more things. I can't words. Nope, words are not happening. All right, so grab a couple more sticks. All right, so I'm gonna need some. We'll use pale oak because that's fun. All right. All right, so the idea here is we'll slap the golems. They'll go in there. Yeah, basically. Yeah, so they'll go in there. We'll put one in each deal here. I might let that guy just roam. It's not going to matter. Oh, you know what would be really nice, though? Pale oak is great. How's it going there, Tamara? Hope you're having a fabulous day. I've had this world for a while. I did take about a 5-month hiatus when I stepped away to play Create Mod, but it's been a while. Okay, so yeah, we need to we just need to fill this in a little bit. We'll get a little bit more up top when we get the glass in place, but yeah, that'll work. Twill work, as they say. Okay, so I can block this off. Yeah. Español es mucho más fácil. Ah, if you say so. I am getting my butt kicked by Duolingo because, Spanish. My dad told me when I was in high school, take Spanish. You live in an area of the United States where they speak Spanish. Learn Spanish. And I took French because I wanted to meet girls, and I figured French was the language of love, and that there would in fact be girls in the French class, and I could impress them with my being able to parlez-vous français and all that stuff. Turns out it worked. I did in fact meet girls in my French class, and it was great. But I live in a place where they speak a lot of Spanish, and I don't. Tamara, you're taking Irish? Tamara, it's over on YouTube, and that's awesome. And you're taking Irish. That's cool. Yeah, my family is, I've got a little Irish, mostly Welsh. Mars Antonio in Twitch says he's learning Spanish, German, Russian, Japanese. I learned Italian, Arabic, French, Chinese, Irish, Tengwar. What languages are you not wanting to learn? Oh, man. No, see, the languages I learned when I was in college primarily were C, Fortran, C++, Java, PHP, Perl, 8080 assembler. I learned programming languages. I didn't learn, You tried Japanese, but it was too hard, says Tamara. That's fair. What am I doing? I'm standing around here doing nothing. I need to go get pumpkins. That's what I need to do. I'm lost. Where am I? At Cheese Monkeys. Oh, speaking of Cheese Monkeys. Over on Twitch and Kick, actually, if you are watching on either of those platforms, there's a new Cheese Monkeys emote. So, that's fun. Yeah, yeah, pumpkin pie is amazing. No, I had an aunt who taught English as a second language in Japan, which was interesting. Okay, I really need to get in here, finish the interior of my base here. That'll happen one of these days. But today is not that day. All right, let's see if I've got some pumpkins here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to head over to the ancient city. Where did I file them? Plants, maybe? Aha! Plants. Plants. Okay. Yes, plants are good. These hallways are a little bit plain too. I mean, I'm going for a very modern vibe, so plain isn't a bad thing. Just they're just kind of plain. All right. Oh, all right. We'll go back. I am going to need some flamey foot stuff. That stuff. Magma blocks. I know words. I get them eventually. Okay. All right, so down here. All right. So the plan, such as it is we're gonna go ahead. Oh. Need to get the iron. I put it away because I didn't have inventory space for it. Well, now I need it. There it is. Sweet. All right. Now, as I said, this will probably drop lower. We're going to get some redstone in to craft up some blocks, but that's okay. Oops, that's not right. Let's try this again, this time with iron. Iron block, iron block, iron block. You can get them in the nether by killing magma cubes. Yeah. Yep. I also have a bunch of them already, so probably not an issue. Okay. You know what'd be nice is if you didn't suffocate. Okay. This is my fault. Sorry. Yeah, this is my fault. I can't free him. He's just gonna... Okay, we're just gonna chalk this up to a unfortunate industrial accident, and I will totally not take the blame for this. Because, yeah, that... Absolutely not... Okay, we're gonna need another pumpkin over here. Whoops. That's not how that was supposed to go. All right, anyway, gives me an excuse to go get the magma cubes. Yeah, anyway, I've got I have a froglight farm where I can get some magma cream, which of course then you can craft into magma blocks. But I don't think I'm going to need to do that because I think I still have a bunch of them in my in storage from when I built my built the gold farm. Yes. So we'll see. We'll take a look. Say I knew. It's like, oh, I'm going to build 3 golems. I only need 3 pumpkins. Why would I grab extras? There wouldn't be any unfortunate accidents. That would be just silly. Okay. We'll grab a few more. All right. Other stuff. Yeah. I've got a few magma blocks, so we are good to go. Yep, those I just got the old-fashioned way. I just went to the nether and dug them up. Because I don't think I had the Froglight farm yet. All right, down we go. I love that bridge. The bridge is so much fun. Anyway. Every once in a while, I wish I had made this just a drop column. But it looks cooler with the water, so. I seem great at the game. Well, I'm glad you like the buildings. I appreciate that. I've been playing for a long time. I'm certainly not at the level of like the hermits, you know, Scar or Gemini Tay or people like that, but I have fun. All right. Maybe I can do this way. There's a definite maybe here because of... Okay. Hi. I've done it again. Okay, so it turns out we're going to have to... Could we not be stuck in the wall? You know... Am I good at the game? Well, I think what we've learned so far is that's going to be no. Definitely going to be no. Anyway, Mac is short for macaroni, I think. All right. Okay, so far we've lost 2 iron golems to very unfortunate events. Okay. Also, we're not going to claim any sort of blame or credit for either of those events. I'm sure they were... yeah, there's obviously nothing could be done. Also, I'm just going to add a little light back there for them. Just in case they like to read or something at night and... Okay. Once more with feeling. Ha-ha! Success! And he's not even dying! See? I'm a good boss. Look at me. Okay. Maybe this is... that's why I didn't get that job. Okay, I get it now. Totally get it. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and put in the frog lights. Frog lights. That would be those. There we go. All right. All right, let's try this again and see if we can make this happen. And go. Haha. Actually, turn out you're just her son using an old phone. Okie dokie. All right, I think I might have to... Slime get bouncy, so I may have to block this off. So they don't jump in there, but it should be fine. Cool. Well, I'm going to refer to you by your username because it's less confusing for everybody. But, or at least for me. Because I have a memory like a steel sieve. Everything just leaks right through it, so... we'll sit and hope for the best. All right. So let's see. So we'll get this guy in place. Now, I'm going to have to close that up a little bit, but all right. Cool. So now we've got our slimy boys. Or our iron boys, I guess. All right, so... Oh, that was dumb. Oh, no, it wasn't. It turns out it was not dumb. We're fine. Everything's great. Everything is awesome, as they say. All right, so the next thing I want to do, which is probably going to kill this poor guy, but we'll do it. Just want to clarify. It makes sense. Well, welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some magma blocks. And what I want to do, because our... Oh yeah, he's gonna have a hot foot. It's not gonna have a good time. But the slime, they're gonna jump over here and they're gonna want to try to be friends with this iron golem. So this guy, unfortunately, is gonna try to do the same thing, and it's just gonna be a bad day for him. Okay, he's not long for this world. Okay, I regret to say, he is the type of guy who can't eat the spicy salsa. He's got to go with the mild salsa. And I'm not sure we're okay with that, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nope. We need iron golems who are capable of dealing with the spicy salsa here. All right. Cool. So, those guys are going to be in there. The slime, when they show up, will be attracted to them because who wouldn't be? I mean, look at those pecs, right? Yeah, totally. The slime of humanity is attracted to... Okay. Okay, I know my jokes are bad, but you don't have to try to... All right, never mind. You mean the lemon dipping sauce? Well, I was going to go for the... spicy salsa. There's a restaurant in town where I live that has a really good green chili that sometimes, like their hot green chili, will melt your eyeballs, and it's delicious. Sometimes it's kind of mild. It depends on which peppers they're able to get, but so good. I live in the southwest of the United States, and so a lot of good Mexican food out here. All right, so we're done with this. All right, we're done with this. Okay, we're done with that. All right, I'm just going to be sticking random things in my inner chest because, yeah, sure, that's a thing. Orky dorky artichoke. So stick that in there. I will get my spicy feet on. All right, so I do need to block that off, and we'll need to cover this whole area with glass. Close that up. And we'll need to get Anna Lay. I have to go to bed. Okay, take care, dude. Have a great day, and enjoy your sleepiness. All right, so the Allay is going to be dropping stuff, let's say here. Okay, something like that. Let's see, how do I want to do that? Okay, because I don't want the allays to end up in water. Well, I've got to throw them into a crafter anyway, so okay, we can do that. All right, let me go clean up some inventory space, and then we will go... We'll have a little bit of fun with redstone. Okay. Oh, did I? Hang on, I am once again failing at this whole inventory thing. Okay. On the plus side, bundles are cool. All right, so I need this box back. Yep, that iron golem is just not long for this world. All right. Did I put the... Why do I not have an arrow? All right. Oh, I put the arrow away, but not the bow. I'm sure that makes sense to somebody. That somebody would not be me, but I'm sure somebody makes sense to. All right, so getting the allay down here is going to be an extra special breed of fun. All right, let's... Okay. That's fine. We'll make that happen. We'll just drop them off right over here. Okay. I need the redstone. That's what this is about. Hello, redstone, my old friend. Come to build with you again. We're gonna build some fun stuff of items. I hope I have enough. All right. So the plan is everything's going to have to end up here. So what we'll do is we'll have... They're going to want to throw stuff... Okay, I think this will work. So do I have hoppers? Wow. I am lacking in all the things today. All right. Fortunately, I have a crafting table. All right. Wow, I have a zillion torches. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but torches are apparently one of the things. Okay, so if I'm going to have this slide down right under here, means this is going to have to come out. Okay. So our water stream is going to come at this level. Okay? Okay. Awesome. We're going to... Let's see how to do this. Slime only makes one thing. So... Okay. Yeah. Slime will only craft into blocks, so I don't have to worry about anything crazy like that. So let's see. I'm going to need some droppers. I'm going to need crafting tables. Okay, which is awesome. Actually, I really only need one, but that's fine. How else? What else do you need for crafters? Oh, I just need more iron. Cool. All right. Well, that's a thing I can get, I think. I can get up here. Because I have plenty of iron. See? Look at me. I'm rocking out with the iron. Okay. Oh, redstone. We got this. We got this. All right. So, all right. So this is going to go here. Hey, Melena, how's it going? Welcome, welcome over there on Twitch. Hope you're having a fabulous day. And, oh, it'll be really funny. Do I have an oak block? I don't, but I bet I can craft one real fast. Yes. Wonderful. All right. Also, do I have observers? Yes. Sweet. So the idea is we do a thing. Wow. That's not what I wanted. Hi. All right. That, and then we'll swap the other thing around. Surprised I don't have a wild grandpa raider? Well, you know. Okay. All right, so this is going to punch through here so I can get at this. So this will auto-craft our blocks. They'll spit out this way, which is wonderful. Okay. All right, so that's going to go like so. He talks about my amazing builds all the time. I am shocked and amazed, but awesome. Also, okay. Do I happen to have not I bet I have some mob heads up in my ender chest, which I left up here because convenience or something. Wow. Okay. Let's get one that doesn't make noise. You know what would be really cool? There's a... Oops. There's an awesome... Darn it! There's a mod that lets you get everything that's in a bundle. And I don't have that one. Aha! Okay, so that could go in the bundle. Bats go in the bundle. Pillager head. Shulker head. Aha! Okay, mini gravel. That'll work. Ah, yes. Discovered the cheese monkey emote. Yep. I was playing around the other day and came up with something. I'm not... Oops, that's not what's going to go there. I'm not 100% sure I'm happy with it, but it's cool. Okay, that's going to make noise. And now it's not because of reasons. Sweet. Now what I can do is I can take a trap door. There. So yes, the allays will throw stuff at this, which is great. That's what I want them to do. They'll miss a lot, which is fine. Yeah, let's grab a couple of these things. Okay. How do you get cheese monkeys in real life? I know, right? Yep, I finally decided a cheese monkey is just a monkey who's totally obsessed with cheese. Okay. Cool, so that'll be a thing. Maybe I should just get a door. Door might be good. The other question is, how many allays am I going to need? And I think the answer is maybe just one. He's so cute. Yeah, he was. I think it turned out pretty well. It's not bad. So there are a couple of things I think would be good to tweak. I just don't know that I want to spend the time to do it. Because I am lazy. All right. So... Nice. Was that a dancing panda? Is that you got there, Milena? All right. So what we'll do is we'll get water flowing through here. Okay. And then take it down this way to what will be an elevator up here. Whoa. Hi. There's a hole in my bucket. Dear Liza, there's a hole in my bucket. Dear Liza, a hole. Okay. So, let's do a thing. What I need to do is dig down for the elevator. We need to get some water, and I think I've got ice already. It's supposed to be a dancing monkey? Okay, okay. Huh, okay. It's a little hard for me to tell because, it's really small on my screen. Right, so... Okay, I think I'm done with the redstone. I need a door. Hi, can I have a door, please? Yep, those are doors. Awesome. We'll just slap a door there so I can get in and out. Cool. All right, so we need to get a couple of things. One of the things we're going to need to get is a lot of glass. And so I have to fill in a couple of holes and stuff. but hopefully this should be okay. And then we have to bring down an allay. All right, so let's, oops. Let's maybe put the rest of the redstone away, huh? This is why my inventory is always a mess, because I always forget to put things away. All right. Okie dokie. Also, I do need to close this off. Okay. Yeah, because I really don't want the allays to go flying out of the farm. That would be really, really unfortunate. Okay. So, let's see what we got going on. Signs, we got stuff and things and stuff. So much stuff and things. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to have to go get some more glass. So 16 by 16 is 16 squared glass. That's a lot. All right. That's fine. We can make that happen. I might actually have some glass up here already. If I don't mind making it magenta glass, I think we might be good to go. All right. I do need to clone an allay though, so let's do that while we're up here as well. Let's see. Oh, also, I think I've got a better music disc. I think the one I've got over with the allay is darn it, is probably Cats or something really obnoxious, 13 or something. But I also happen to have like 4 copies of the other side, so try that. Amethyst is over here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do 2 allay. They're cheap, and I have multiple leads. We can make this happen. Oh, glass. Right, glass. I was totally remembering that I had glass. Yeah, that'll work. Like I said, it'll be magenta, but you know, magenta's fine. It's a perfectly fine color for things. All right. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day out there on this joyous Tuesday. At least I hope it's joyous. Should be joyous because you're around to enjoy it. All right. So I happen to have. Thought I happened to have. Those are smithing tables and leads. And I thought I had stashed a music disc over here. Yeah, almost left the room without the glass. Yeah. Glass I've got. I thought I had a... Darn it, what happened to my... I don't think I left it in someplace silly. It's not there. Where did I... Alright, we may have to go craft a music box. Well, that would just be bizarre and... Alright. I know I had one. I just thought I had left it here so that I could breed up allays with it, and apparently I didn't. Alright, well, I've got diamonds. We can make it. Not a lot of reason to use diamonds, so I've got a handful of them around. Okay. Also, mob heads can go. So I guess they can't go in there. They'll go in there. All right. Diamonds. Okay, and okay, good. I do have some redstone here. No block, which is great, but not what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. So I have wood, I have note, I have diamond. Cool. Jukebox. There we go. Ack. I can click on the right thing. It's okay. We'll get there. I'm not normally this organized. Sometimes I'm even worse. All right. I need to finish this bridge. I want to shift this bridge over 1 block. And just have not taken the time to do it yet. If I made one and then found one, would not be the first time. Absolutely would not be the first time. All right. Okay. Hi. There we go. Wonderful. All right, so now we'll just leave those here so I will forget that they exist again. Right, we'll grab a... Actually, you know what? Let's take those with me because I do need to breed up a second delay. Hi. Oh, here. Let's give you some slime, too. Yeah. That way he'll come with me. Come on. Come with me. And we'll be... Come on. Out you go. All right. We are going that way. So let's do it this way. Come on. Okay. Yep. He is coming with me. This is where it's going to get a little bit hairy. All right. Okay, you with me? All right. Okay, down we go. I would like to not splat, so... Haha! Look, successful not splattage. I'm all for it. All right, cool. And we'll just leash him up there for a minute. He's going to enjoy all of the non-clacky sounds. All right, so let's... Well, I need to give him about 5 minutes before I can before we can breed him up and make more another. Let's try this again. This time with actual words and grammar. Okay. I need to wait about 5 minutes before I can breed him up and make a second allay. So we'll put the glass in first. Now, I may come through and replace the stone at some point. Today's not that day. And that's all right. Yeah. I'm so glad I have a Cheese Monkeys emote now. I really am. I'd like to have it on YouTube as well. But I don't have enough slots. Hey, Chair, how's it going? Speaking of YouTube, hope you're having a fabulous day over there. Yeah, I need a couple of members so I can open up some more slots up on YouTube. And then we can put the Cheese Monkeys emote over there for YouTube channel members, which would be cool. Do I have stone? I don't have stone. Fortunately, I'm right here next to all of my storage, so that's cool. All right. All right, but this will be good. So I'm putting in the glass again so that the slime won't spawn up here for one thing, because we are at Y33 and they'll spawn all the way up to Y40. So I don't want them to spawn above this area. And I need to block in the allay because, see, he's trying to give me the slime because he's a good boy. Right? And honestly, I don't need fairies giving me slime. Okay. I had enough of kids trying to give me slime when they were little. And At this point in my life, I'm kind of done with it. You know, my kids are all in their 20s at this point, and slime is not high on their list these days. Oh. Beacon's now purple. It'll turn blue when it... Actually, when does it turn blue? Okay, it turns blue up here. Okay. All right. Cool, so that will lock in like so. We'll just pop this in like that. All right. Cool, so our allay is now trapped, which is wonderful. Okay. So now we can pop in here and let's see. Hey, dude, you feel like making another of you? Come here. You want to... Yes. Okay. Oh, I need more slime. Okay, we'll let that play for a minute. Because, you know, other side's a reasonable... All right, where is... There's slime. See, you know, it's a bop. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop that. All right. Alrighty. Okay. Now, the one drawback is they will set themselves on fire. Hi, come here. Okay. But they will also heal, so I'm not too worried about that. Right, because they'll drop down, they'll touch the magma blocks and all that stuff, but... Right. All right. All right. All right. Cool. All right, so I think our farm is basically complete. What happened to my other allay? Oh, there he is. Okay, I got him. I see them both. We're good. We're fine. They haven't left us forever. Okay. Gotta watch out for allay. They'll do that. So yeah, so the idea is... Actually, we'll drop in here for a sec. So the idea is they'll throw slime in there. And yeah, what should happen, yep, see, is it'll start spitting out slime blocks, which is exactly what I want it to do. All right, cool. I like it when things work the way I want it to. Right, so the next thing I need to do is put this glass away and get some water and some ice. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's... Do I have water? You know, I don't know who the idiot was who packed this shulker box with 80,000 powdered snow buckets and milk buckets, but only one water bucket? That's not helpful for anybody. Not even a little bit. All right, so let's... Do I have a water source down here? Oh, you... Yeah. Yeah. Actually, other side's not bad. The one that actually I really got to like, I didn't like it at first. Here, let me head up. It's was the new one. It's Tears, I think it is. That it dropped with the Happy Ghast. Here, let's go get it. I may turn down the music box a little bit when we turn it on, but yeah, it's a fun one. It's a little bit weird, but once it drops, it's actually really fun. This way. All right. Sorry, my sink is over here with the clerics. This is a stair block, by the way. I've got an infinite water source hidden back there. It's fun. Okay. That's... Okay, hang on. That was the upside. While the upside is an excellent song by Lindsey Sterling, it is not what I'm looking for at the moment. All right. Let's grab... Yeah, no, that's precipice. There we go. Tiers. So we've got that. We've got buckets. All right. So let's... we'll go ahead and turn on tiers, and we'll lay down a water. Oh, I need to dig. I need to do this first. Okay, so right through here. Oh, do I have it open on this side? I do. That's convenient. Would be more convenient. Hang on, I need to free cam, see where that drops. Okay. Awesome. So right here, I need to take this out, and we're going to dig straight down, because that is the safest thing ever. Right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the gamma so y'all can see. Okay. One thing I do need to keep an eye out for is places where there's breaks, and I might need to fill in the water, or fill in the wall so the water will go up. But all right. Ah, gravel. Okay, let's hopefully get down to the bottom before I suffocate. That would be cool. Woohoo! Yeah, like Lindsay, she's fun. I remember finding her stuff. Oh heck, it was. I don't remember if it was Crystallized was the first track I heard, or if it was her Legend of Zelda cover. I don't remember. She did a bunch of that. Well, that's fun up there. Yeah, she did a bunch of video game covers and stuff. All right, now I'm lost. All right, hang on. Up we go. All right. Okay, so that is the down. Okay, so that goes right there. You've been to 2 concerts. Nice. The only concert I don't go to concerts typically because they're very far away and also expensive. Though I should have gone. I was so bad. I should have gone. My daughter at one point had tickets to, it was Lindsey Sterling and Evanescence in concert together. And she needed somebody to go with her because she needed a ride down to Albuquerque where the concert was. And I should have gone with her as a parent and as a fan, because she had an extra ticket. I should have gone with her, but I didn't, and I regret that for multiple reasons. Okay, that goes there. This will come that. Let's go ahead and get some. Okay. Oh, I actually have those signs on me still. That's perfect. Go and put that sign in there, and we can put a trapdoor in like so. Nice. Okay, I can turn this off. All right. I know it was such an amazing opportunity, and I had to work. I could. We had a couple of days where I did have enough notice. I probably could have gotten time off work and gone down with her to do that, but I didn't, and it was a mistake. She did get to go though, and it was awesome. So she ended up going with a friend, which was great. But I should have taken the time to go do that. All right. All right. Now I think I'm gonna. Here, I am gonna turn the jukebox down a little bit. All right. Stone. Yep, when that beat drops, man, it is cool. All right. Did I leave it up here? I did. It's cool like that. All right. Yeah, it's a good track. I like this one. All right. I really should replace the blocks under there too, but it's all right. Yeah, this one's a bop. I like this one. It's, took a couple of times listening to it before I decided, you know what, I do like this track, but all right. I would like the trapdoor, please. Thank you. I saw somebody, they did an animatic or something to this that was really cool too. No. Okay. Yep, must refill my buckets. Alright. Those delays are probably jamming out over there. It's like, yep, we like to dance. Okay, this needs to be ice right here. Right there. Okay, and I need a little bit more water, and then I need some kelp and bone meal. I don't know that I have enough bone meal to do this. Heck, I don't know that I have enough kelp to do this. Okay, I don't have... Yeah, I'm lacking in, I think I'm lacking in kelp and bone meal. Awesome! Okay, I have 20 bone meal, but that's not going to be enough, so... Alright, let's go get some kelp and some bone meal, and we'll make this happen. Okay. But yeah, I like that one. That one's so good. Oh, hey, this is the way up. It's right here. Also, I think I'm done with the ice. All right, so we've got a couple things to do up here now, too. I need to get kelp. I need to get bone meal. And I want to set a filter in the sorting system. So, okay, I do have slime blocks. All right. Because when this thing spits out slime blocks, I want to collect them and filter them. And that's just going to involve having stuff in the right place. So, kelp, bone meal, and item filter. I have to keep reminding myself because I will totally forget things. Remember what I said about, you know, the memory like a steel sieve. I just can't remember squat some days. I also can't remember to do squats. But that's because I don't like to do squats. And so, you know. Okay. Okay, so that's bones. Okay, cool. We will now catch slime next to the bones. Perfect. Or at least slime blocks. All right, so let's duck through here. We'll grab some bones. Bone blocks. This is the one. Also, this is now slime blocks. I can type the things. Slime blocks. It'll take a while before we actually start collecting any, because yeah, it's 41 blocks to fill the filter, and then a few more than kelp. So it's going to take a little time, but this is going to be a super passive farm. I'm not worried about huge rates. I just wanted to keep the one. I just wanted to keep the slimes from getting in my way when I start dealing with the tree farm. Because they'll do that. Slime are just annoying like that, so... Okay. He's fine. Yeah, I think... So I want to do some tree farm stuff. I think one of the things I want to do here soon, too, is I want to see if... Aha, I've got the kelp. Got it. So close. Yeah, I want to see if I can build a cobweb farm. Because I've got some things I want to try, but... Like, I want to use a lot of cobwebs in a... what is it? Another farm. I put the water away. Cool. That's fine. It just means we won't get pushed around. No, I want to try building a phantom farm. And that'll be cool and stuff. Okay, how far up are we? I mean, I could just grow it. Well, I don't know. We'll just grow until we can't grow anymore, I guess. I want to try building a phantom farm, but the farm I have in mind is going to require a lot of cobwebs. So I need to see if I can just make that happen. Okay. All right, hang on. We're gonna see. Where are we at with the kelp? Looks like I need to go up. Oh, we're pretty close, actually. We're pretty close. All right. That should be good. I believe this will now bubble column all the way up. If not, we're going to have to do that again. But okay, hang on. We're up. I might be too far away for bubbles. All right, well, we'll find out in a minute. Let's go get some... I need one more water bucket, which I put away because of totally reasonable reasons. Like, I thought I was done with those. Obviously, not so much, but thought so. I'll have to close those when I come back. Okay, because I don't want stuff getting caught on them. Okay. All right. So now, and that closes, and that's closed. Okay. I guess they're open. Whatever. They're up. That's the important part. Okay. Sweet. Wrong box. All right. So now what should happen is we should eventually start seeing slime spawn in here, okay? It said it's going to be a slow process. There's lots of places for slime to spawn. So I'm not worried about it happening quickly, right? But yeah, we'll see. We will eventually see slime spawn in here. Okay. Yeah, let's... Yeah, it'll 100% be slow, Chair. You are correct. Okay. But that's, like I said, this is a hyper-passive farm. This is just a, hey, I'm going to be over here doing stuff, or I'm up in my base, or any number of other things. And so let's just box in the slime that are going to be here, and we'll just let the allays pick up the items, drop them in there. Said I don't I'm not expecting huge rates. Just something to, well, you know, it's here. Let's take advantage of it. When I decide to do a real slime farm, what I think I'm going to do is do a farm driven by oozing potions, which I think is going to be extra fun. But yeah. All right, so let's see. What do we want to do next? I need to take these trees down and take down the rest of this area so it's down basically at the same level as that walkway. I also need to fill this in with moss. You know what? Do you want to do that first? I don't know. Yeah, let's do it first. Hi, look at me being all decisive and stuff. I don't know what's gotten a hold of me, you know, being decisive, but here we are. Decisions are being made, and I sometimes agree with them. Or something. Okay. That iron box can go back in there. All right. Let's grab the moss. Where did I have the moss? Gray moss? There's gray moss. All right, I'm just going to run pale moss all the way across the top. It's going to be really basic, and I may come back and detail it a little bit more later. But I think for now, it's going to be good. Okay. Also, I should probably open this up. Ah, jeez, monkeys. Should open this up so I can actually walk through here. That might be handy. Good news is haste beacons are awesome. Okay. We'll just just cut our way through here as I can. Hopefully the haste beacon won't wear out too quickly. All right. Yeah, because I just don't have time to go collect all of the cobwebs that are just sort of hanging out there. That's just silliness. Okay, and that needs to come out too, but I'll do that in a minute. Once I figure out what organization is like. All right, now let's just get this pale moss in place. This'll be quick, so I'm not too worried about it. And then, yeah, we're gonna go diggy for to move the tree farm down. I've been debating whether or not I actually want to build an explosive collection system. Because, you know, it could be kind of fun. Right? Some form of automatic tree farm. The only problem is, you know, TNT is a pain in the neck to deal with. Right? And I'm not going to build a TNT duper, because that's just not how I like to do things. You know, I don't like to dupe just about anything, right? Whether it's TNT or sand or anything else like that, I just don't like to do it. So building the farm will be it'll be interesting, but stocking the farm with TNT will be even more interesting, I guess. I don't know that it's going to need a lot of TNT. I don't know how crazy I'm going to get with the automation. I do know that trying to set one up that does the 4x4 or the 4x4, the 2x2 trees, like the giant spruce and all of that stuff, is a little bit painful. And I suppose I can go look up a farm. Like ENXO4 has a good design, but I kind of want to design my own if I'm going to go that route. Said I don't know what it'll look like, but just kind of want to do it. So we'll see. All right. Well, that should work. We'll see what happens with the rest of this when I get around to it. But oops, that's a dark spot. Let's try to avoid those. Yeah, because I don't need things spawning over there. All right. Nice. So, oh, okay. Apparently that was up a little higher. All right. Yeah, see? Not amazing, but it works. It works. The blue there is throws things off a little bit, but that's okay. At least it looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit more finished. A little bit. But yeah, I think something else really would be better there. I just don't know what it is, and I don't want to worry about it today. Which seems to be a common theme I've got. I could solve this problem now, but I'm not going to. So there. Okay. Our chests would be awesome, apparently. Oh, except for the pale moss, which I actually have a shulker for. Which I think is this one. Yep. There we go. All right. Cool. So we are going to be bringing this way. Now, okay, I think, oh, I still have that magenta, don't I? Here, let's grab a little bit of this magenta glass, and I just want to kick in here a little bit of a window, just so that, you know, while we're here, we can look in and see the slime not spawning and stuff. That seems like a reasonable thing to do, right? All right, cool. So I come around. Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't realize you were getting dressed. Okay. All right, so I need to go around this, which means this way. Okay. Up, 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 and away. All right, so where are we now? I guess there. Something. Also, I'm going to need more torches, which I guess I've got. Oh, I'm not going to need more torches. I have all the torches. Oh, yeah, we are set for the torches. Is that into the farm? It is. Did I put all the glass away? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. Cool. So this is all going to come out this way and up like so. Okay. Now, you'll be probably really smart right now. I mean, like actually smart. Would maybe to cut down the trees that are up there before I start tearing all the floor out. I know it would be a weird choice to do something like the smart way, but I think that is actually what the plan is going to be here. It's so weird, but no, I think that is actually the right idea. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and take this out. So, hey, any of you out there been playing Hightail? I've seen a few people playing it, and I'm getting a little bit of FOMO. And if I had the free cash, I might actually jump on the Hightail bandwagon. But just to try it out and see for myself what it's like to play. You know, the thing I don't like about Minecraft is exploring, which is mostly all that there is to Hightail right now. So, you know, maybe that's not for me at the moment. Though I guess they are adding some flavor of automation, whatever their version of Redstone is going to be. So that's got me really curious, but okay, so we'll put the tree bits in there. Everything that's not a tree bit will go in there. That is a big tree. I think the best way of getting up there is to, well, it's to fly, but need a couple more rockets, I think, to make that really happen. But I also can just sort of float over here, and I'm okay with that. All right. Okay, sorry. Here, I'll turn the gamma on. It's a little dark over here. Just at the top of these trees where there's no light. Yeah, we'll keep a little bit of an eye on the slime farm. Of course, do I have mob sounds turned off? Hostile mob sounds turned off? I usually do, just because they annoy me. But we'll turn them up so we can listen for slime. Yeah, I know. I'm a weird Minecrafter. I turn all the sounds off. You know, block sounds are about it. You know. Okay. Because yeah, we'll see if we get some happy slime down there or not. Yeah, see, I'm really tempted as I put this thing together, whatever this farm looks like, to basically, well, I don't know, I might have some allay, which will be handy since I've got those two right there. I might have some allay just configured to pick up the logs and maybe the saplings, and then throw those into a copper chest and let a copper golem sort them out for me. Right, so I can just chop things down. No, don't worry about collecting it. The allays will do that for me, and you know, that could be interesting. Of course, if I ooh, that guy beat feet over there. I wonder if he had slime. Yeah, because as I'm taking a tree down, obviously it's easy for me to collect. But on the other hand, if I do decide to set up an explodey collection system, then I wouldn't need the allays. I could still do the copper golem stuff though. Where I let the golem sort out what's coming out of the trees. And that could be cool. Okay, I think I can turn this off now. But I don't know. Again, it's something I have to think about still. I haven't spent a lot of time and or brain cells just figuring out what I want to do with the tree farm. I set this up as a place where I can farm trees without growing them on the surface, where it just throw off the vibe. And when my base is in a badlands, it would make sense to have a bunch of jungle trees or whatever growing up there, you know? Okay. Yep. You know, so of course, if I'm standing here, they're not going to spawn because you have to be like 20 blocks away, but okay. So yeah, so right through here. All right, so diggy this way. Let's do this. I'm gonna take this down. Okay. I'm gonna take this down this way. And I'm gonna just take down this section so that I know where the slime farm is, and I can avoid digging into it. Because, you know, the farm is great and all, it just works best if I don't have holes in the middle of it, you know what I mean? Oh, also, I'm way too far down. So I want to be at... Yeah, this level. I want to be standing on 27, so... Okay. Cool. I mean, yes. Yes, I do. I was sitting there thinking to myself, do I want to put glass in over here? Yes. That is an absolute thing I want to do. Also, I probably want to replace this floor with something else too, but... What? I don't know, but something. Okay. Yeah, this way we can still look in and see what's going on with all of our happy little slimy guys. Right? Are they going to be happy slimy guys? Probably. Have you ever known somebody slimy to not be happy? Have you been unfortunate enough to know somebody slimy? I guess that's an important question too. All right. So we're coming down to here and here. All right. I do need to heal my pickaxe. It is starting to look a little sad. It's not too bad, but a little sad. Okay. Yep, they're just going to hang out and do their thing. All right, so yeah, so this needs to be here. I should probably make that out of other materials so I quit trying to break it, but where's the fun in that, right? Also, I keep breaking the torches, and turning this into a mob farm where creepers can fall on my head is not high on my list of things to do. It's just not. Okay, so I also obviously don't want to break that, so this side down. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to break the hallway I just built. That would be really unfortunate, actually. Okay, so we'll just kick this over this way. Now, all right, so that means this is going to come over all the way to this staircase like that. Okay. Well, are we making progress? Kinda, sorta. All right, other than getting my head stuck in a wall, we're okay. Yeah, fortunately, this shouldn't be that big of a deal to clean out. I've got a haste beacon, obviously. Otherwise, this really would take forever, but it's not too bad otherwise. Okay, and we're not going down too far, so this should go reasonably quick. Speaking of things going quick, what was I watching the other day? I was watching something that got me thinking about stuff, and now I can't remember. I don't know. What was I watching? I might have to go check out. I log the movies I watch on Letterboxd. So if you're ever curious what I'm watching, I'm Pearl Stalker over on Letterboxd, and you can see what movies did I watch today. I bet they were good ones. Actually, knowing me, they might not have been. I like weird movies, and they're not always good. Many of them, in fact, are not. Which is fine. But there was something, though. When I was also watching, watched a couple of episodes of the 1960s, whatever, Speed Racer. Oh, I know what I was watching that got me thinking. It was the trailer for Masters of the Universe. Right, it's this new He-Man movie that's coming out. Now, I was an 80s kid, right? I grew up in the 80s, and He-Man was definitely high on my cartoons to watch list, man. I watched He-Man all the time. My sisters and I would be running around the house, much to the chagrin of my mother. We'd be running around the house crying, I have the power! And it got worse when She-Ra was on, because now the girls had a real reason to be doing that too. And yeah, it was a whole special thing, right? Okay. Well, I was watching the Masters of the Universe trailer, and I am really worried about this movie. I would love to see a good He-Man movie. I don't think this is going to be it. Right? Now, every once in a while, I do go back and watch the 1980s Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe, because it's just that bad. And every once in a while, I just want to see just that level of cheesy whateverness, right? But at least Dolph Lundgren had the build to be He-Man. I don't know who this guy is that they've got playing Adam and He-Man in this new movie. He does not look like a He-Man. He looks like a guy who works out once in a while. But he does not look like he has the musculature to be He-Man. Right? I mean, it's He-Man, you almost need somebody with a Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime type build, or Dolph Lundgren for that matter. That sort of European bodybuilder style. Okay. All right, I'm not sure I want to risk this pickaxe much more. I'm going to finish this level and we'll go try to farm some XP. But yeah, it's just, I look at that, it's like, okay, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what you're going for, but this guy does not feel like that sort of all-powerful buff man that He-Man is. And I'm not, maybe it'll be fine, but I do tend to worry about we decided to hide our fantasy hero on Earth, and then he discovers that he's the fantasy hero. And that seems to be the basic storyline of Masters of the Universe. And that is, I don't know, that never really works out well, so I don't know. So I'm hopeful. I want it to be good. Because as I said, I loved He-Man as a kid, right? But man, it's got me worried. On the other hand, the thing that does look pretty amazing is Maul Shadow Lord, which is the next Star Wars cartoon that they got going on. Oh, hang on, I need to turn off hostile mobs here, because this is going to be loud. Okay. All right, any day now we should be getting spiders. But yeah, Maul Shadow Lord looks really cool. I don't know that there's been an animated Star Wars thing that I have disliked. Right? Since the Clone Wars. Right? Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch and all of the Tales of stories, right? All of the canon animated Star Wars has been amazing. The only thing that has rivaled it has been Andor. And I like the other live action Star Wars shows that they've done, most of them, to some extent or another. But I am really excited to see what happens with Maul. Oh, I should put that in the offhand so that I actually repair it. All right, let's go, spiders. Bring your spider faces to my sword, because that's going to be fun. I don't know if it would have been faster to just to head out to the end and stuff, but how's it going, Sophia, over there on Kick? Hope you're having a fabulous day. Yep, I am doing all right. Trying to heal my pickaxe here so we can finish digging out where the tree farm is going to be. Get that all down at the right level. A fun Stitch emote, huh? Ohana means family. You know, I haven't seen the live action Lilo and Stitch yet. I kind of should. I kind of liked the animated one. There's some really good things about it. But there are some things that kind of set my teeth on edge a little bit. And, you know, so, we'll see, you know, really like to. These spiders need to succumb to peer pressure. Come on, guys. Push each other into the water. That's how this works. That's right. You're going to love it up here. Yeah, come on up. All right. I mean, as I said, I can go to the Ender farm. That would be, the Enderman farm would be probably faster, but this is right here, and I really do want spider eyes. Am I using commands? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I do have free cam installed. I am in survival. I'm not on hardcore, you know. So I'm not entirely sure what you're looking for. Is it? But I don't have command blocks for teleportation and stuff. I do have Zero's minimap, and every once in a while I'll use it to teleport. Like if it's, especially if it's like towards the end of the stream and I just need to get something done. But mostly, you know what? Come on, guys. I was doing this because I do need the spider eyes for the potion brewer. But this is just being silly. Okay. I mean, I knew it was going to be slow anyway. Oh, to see the spiders in spectate mode. Yeah, no, I just have a free cam mod installed. It's really handy to be able to peek into a farm and just take a look and see what's happening, just to make sure everything is flowing and that type of thing. Like, you know, look, that spider's decided to get stuck up there because that was dumb. Yeah, this is mostly vanilla. I tend to think of it as vanilla plus. I have a handful of quality of life things turned on. But I'm glad you're liking it, Sophia. Gave you an idea. Well, that's cool. Ideas are good. Let's go, spiders. The problem with cave spiders is they're really small. Like their hitbox is really tiny. So trying to get them to flow where you want them is a real pain. And so this farm really depends on peer pressure. As the spiders come through, they bump each other and then push each other into the water streams and then bump each other again. It's not ideal. It works. It's just kind of slow. And there are a few places like right there where eventually they kick in, but yeah, I should have just gone to the Ender. All right, we'll hang out here for another couple of minutes, get the pickaxe healed up a little bit more, and then we'll just head up. Though I suppose I don't have it on me. I suppose I could shift to my fortune pickaxe and get some cobblestone. Cobblestone is a block I'm surprisingly short on because I'm always using my silk touch pickaxe, right? So I get stone and not cobble. All right, this should probably work. Let's go ahead. Of course, now that the farm is starting to warm up a little bit. All right, we'll call it. That's good enough. All right. Oh, I should get some more rockets too while I'm thinking about it and down to my last one. Okay. Ta-da. There we go. Where am I from? I'm from Colorado. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and dig this out. Hi, dark. Darkness is a thing. Yeah, the one thing I said oh, hi. Put that back. The one thing I didn't do was try to fill in the rest of that slime chunk. And obviously there are lots of other slime chunks around here that I didn't touch, so the farm's going to be really slow, but I'm okay with that. It's, as I said before, I built that farm mostly just to keep the slime out of my way. And if I get some passive slime, slime blocks out of it, so much the better. From Norway, you live in Australia. Awesome. Just a quick note, Sophia. This is a family-friendly channel, so if you'd keep your language kind of a little cleaner, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're living in Australia, though. That's fun. It's one of those places I've wanted to visit from time to time. Actually, both places, Australia and Norway. There's some beautiful landscape out there in Norway, I understand. All right. Yep. Yeah, Sophia, again, please keep your oops. You can't hear me properly. Okay, that's fine. Just all I'm saying is, yeah, keep the language clean in chat, all right? So, carrot. Yep. Said it. This is a family-friendly channel, so. Do want to keep things nice. All right. Oh, so much digging to do. Fortunately, it shouldn't be. We only have to go down a couple more blocks, so it should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. And I know, cultures are different. One of the streamers I like to watch is Australian. Pearlescent Moon. She talks about, she runs a family-friendly stream too. No profanity stuff, but I am Australian. She said I can swear with the best of them when I'm not on the air. So I get it. Heck, my dad was a cop for 30 years from grew up in New York City. He was he definitely was not shy about dropping a bad word or two from time to time. Okay. but okay. Okay. Also, you know, profanity also includes that D word you keep using. Okay. All right. Hopefully, let's see. Is this? Oh, this is the last level. Yeah, we'll be done with this fairly quick then. Gotta love that haste beacon. All right, then I just need to figure out what I actually want to do for the tree farm. I think just to get started, I'm just like I did before. I'm just going to leave a couple of patches of dirt that I can grow saplings on. But if I decide to actually build an explodey type farm, we're going to have to dig out so much more of this. All right. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Side, I know it's probably a little bit unusual, especially on Kick for a family-friendly stream, but all right. How long have I been streaming? Well, since 2015, so 10 plus years, give or take. Okay. Okay. All right, so this side is going to have to come down as well, which means I've got to deal with all of these chests and things. So this is why I need to stop using chests and use shulkers for all this nonsense. Okay. Okay. Just makes moving things around so much easier to not have to juggle chests, you know? Okay. Yeah, I'm old in a lot of games. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll get this. I'll cover up this waterway. Actually, maybe I do still have glass here, right? Let's go ahead and just run some glass over the top of this. Just kind of think it would be fun to see the stuff coming through there. Yeah, I think that'll be cool. All right. So now, yeah, we'll. Oh, I've got to do something about that wall. Okay. Do I play retro games too? Not anymore. Every once in a while, I used to pull out my Nintendo or even my Atari, but I haven't done that in a while. Okay, I'm going to need to make some shulkers, I think. All right, shulkers. There we go. 4, 5, 6. There we go. It uses 2 shells per shulker box. Isn't that lovely? All right. All right, let's go ahead and load these guys up. Let's just fill them with random garbage. Because that's why we have a sorting system. There's one thing I can deal with. It's random garbage. Okay. All right. All this goes in there. Okay. I'm a nice person? Well, glad somebody thinks so. I try. All right. I would actually, that's If I can just load that one box up with stone, that'll make things a little bit easier. No, no, you didn't say anything wrong. It's, no, you're good. You're good. Act! Does help when I put things in the right place. Okay. Oh, hi. Some of this stuff is going to have to go up there. All right. Ack! No, 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 no. Hi. I guess, well, my inventory is still a hot mess. Oh, why did the AI delete your message? I don't know. Kick does things. Okay. What did it not like here? Oh, I don't know. It was... Maybe it thought that saying I was nice is... It flagged as being, like, sexual or something, which is definitely not true, but... I don't know. I work with computers all the time. I don't understand what their logic is. Yeah. Yeah, at least if I keep all the stone together, it'll make it a little bit easier. I can just drop that into the system somewhere. I deserve more followers. Hey, I'll take what I can get. Okay. Oh, that's empty. Even better. Okay. So, the tree bits, I want to keep all together because we're going to do stuff with that later. Okay. Right, so all of our logs, all of our saplings, all that nonsense. Okay, logs. Not the diorite. Diorite can go someplace else. Oh, okay. Ores, anything? Do I have... Okay, that's stuff and things and stuff. All right. Well, that's good enough. I need to throw stuff back into the sorting system, but that'll work. So now I can bring this down, right? Do I have inventory space for it? Yes. That's always the question. Do I have inventory space for all of this nonsense I just dug up? Okay, I do have a... Thought I had a chest. Maybe I put them into something. All right, that's fine. So this will all come back to this level. All right, so we'll pull this back here like so. Guess I can leave that gap there. That's fine. Honestly, I probably don't need to dig this out, but it'll be good for now. Where things are going to get a little bit funky is when I try to figure out what is going to go on with the tree farm. Now, it actually might be nice if I have it running that way. Because then I can maybe run it into my sorting system and all that stuff. But oh, hang on. I'm now stuck in here forever. All right. One of these things is not like the other. There we go. All right. Right. We have success. Also, actually, I'm curious. Oh, we've got a couple of slime balls. All right. So the farm is working. Slowly, but it's definitely working. All right, so let's see. Yeah. I guess... Just trying to think if there's any of this stuff. Some of it I probably should try to sort out differently, but... That's all right. All right, let's go throw this stuff into the sorter. Let the copper golems do their magic. Because, you know, they're good at that type of thing. Right? Right. All right, let's head up into the base. I still don't know what I want to do with the bottom of this building, though. Right? You look at it, I've got this lovely glass dome on top, all sorts of good stuff. I have no idea what's happened down here. You know, if I want to... I don't know. There are options, but I don't know what I want them to do. All right. Down we go. I did have a couple of... Oops. Yep, I can do things. I had a couple of shulkers that were just pure stone, right? Yep. That one and that one I think is pure stone. Ooh. Getting close on the stone. I might need to... Yeah, I might need to package up some more of that stone. Compress it all down. Okay, shulkers. Shulkers go in there. Not the glass. That can go in there. That one. That one. All right. Yeah, everything else will just end up someplace. Okay, so that's good. I'm oh, okay. I can do that. Throw those torches in there. I have plenty of the other ones. All right. Yep, lights are on. So you can see the golems are doing their thing. But I probably, let's see, I think I probably have some empty shulkers over here. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably good. Let's go ahead and package up some of this stone. Because, you know, I only have so much storage space. It would be nice if I didn't flood it. I know. Weird, right? But definitely true. Oh, I should honestly just pull it from there. It'll make filling things back in a little easier. Okay. Yeah, bulk storage is nice. I don't have any sort of automated shulker loaders or anything like that here, so this is just a completely manual process. Which, to be honest, is probably fine. I rarely need to do this. And it doesn't take too long when I do need to compress things down, so one of these. It's like one of these I left somewhat empty. Oh, I thought I saw something. It's like for a minute there I thought I'd left some coal ore or something in there. It was weird. Okay. So are these all full now? Yes, they are definitely full. Okay. Okay. Anyway. So anyway, Sophia, you're asking to put my link in a lot of servers. I would rather you didn't. I don't mind you telling people, you know, about the stream and stuff. It's just, that starts to get spammy. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so things are going to go. It's going to be great. Oh, I am so excited, by the way, for the new update. It's currently in snapshot right now, but they're going to have all the baby animals and stuff, which is awesome. But they're also going to have it so you can lock the babies as babies and unlock them as well. So if you want the new super cute kittens or puppies or axolotls or whatever, they'll just stay babies forever. Just craft up and feed them a... See, that's what I should have done before. Just feed them a golden dandelion and you are good to go. Okay. I'm just going to do one more round here and just... See, this is what I should have done to heal my pickaxe before, but... So one time around just about does it. 2 definitely fixes it. And that includes repairs to my elytra and anything else I got going on. Okay. So that's all going to go in there, and that goes in there. Okie dokie. Alright, so that's nice. Okay, so actually I'm curious. Let's just drop down one to this. Ah, darn it. You can do it. Totally capable. That's right. I am a capable person. All right. Yeah, we haven't gotten any additional slime blocks in here, so. So yeah, that farm is going to be ridiculously slow, but it's okay. You know, I don't know. It's far enough down. See, I'm at Y177 up here. The despawn sphere is like 128. Maybe it gets down there. Now I'm curious. Let's see. HUD shapes. Let's set the despawn sphere. There we go. Add shape. Let's just turn that on. And let's take a look. Okay, so it's definitely going up there. Okay, which is fine. There's the bamboo farm. So yeah, so if I'm up in my base, I am well above slime level. So, okay, so if I'm in my base, that is not... Basically, the slime farm is going to do nothing, which is fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. As I keep saying, I put it there to keep the slime out of my way while I'm working on the trees, not because I am overly in need of slime. I mean, I kind of am, but I think I'm going to try to set up some form of oozing potion slime farm rather than being dependent upon... Oh. Hi. You're not supposed to be there. Rather than being dependent upon anything else that's going on here. All right, let me see if I... Did I leave the... Yes. Orange terracotta. I did. Good. I need to make this whole wall orange. Okay. Not because I particularly like orange, mind you. Because I don't. But, it just looked really silly just being there all by itself, not doing anything. Though, part of me kind of wants to keep those frog lights I mean, I could get some orange glass or something and let them sort of continue, right? Let them shine through the glass there, and you know, all sorts of fun stuff, I suppose. But it's all good. All right. Okay, we good up. Oh, we're not. Hi. It's dark up there. Let's make it not dark. I, for one, do not want creepers falling on my head. All right, so we now have ourselves... We have ourselves an area, at least. I think I'm going to take this out. In part because, let's see. Yeah, you can see we've got there is a slime chunk up here. So we could potentially end up with slime there, but I guess not really over here. So that's not that big a deal. I was thinking it was over a little bit further, but I guess it's not really. Okay, grab some cheap chains, I suppose. All right. Yeah, I don't think that hallway is quite tall enough that it might be. I'm not sure it is tall enough for slime to spawn in the tunnel, but I mean, it's always possible, but it's all right. On the other hand, I could take advantage of the fact I've got this big pit here. That could be useful. All right. Well, I'd like to get more of those chains, but I'm not going to worry about it. I have an iron farm. I'm not concerned about trying to save every scrap of iron, whatever. Okay. However, it will be nice to actually be able to get up in here if I need to. So, all right. So that's going to be a thing. All right, and there we go. Grab some oak. Yeah, that is a ways down there. Oops. Just gonna zoom in. There's some diamonds down there too. Though, I said diamonds are not exactly something I'm desperately searching for, you know? Okay. But yeah, definitely a ways down. Okay. Whoa, hi. Let's be up this way, please. Thank you. Thank you. We're good. All right. Yeah, boy, I was just thinking, what would be 20 blocks? 20 blocks away from all of this nonsense, right? Because said slime will, I mean, nothing will spawn within 24 blocks of the player, I think. So, yeah, I'm gonna be some ways away from that, but it's all good. Yeah, it's just hanging out there talking to the golem. Oh, that's cool. It's all right. They have nothing else to do in there anyway, so that's fine. All right. So I needed. Did I throw all of the dirt into the system upstairs? I might have. No, that would be annoying. Again, not surprising, but annoying. Yep, I did. Well, cheese monkeys. All right. All right, well. All right, let's go get the dirt. So we'll throw a few places. Yeah, we'll set up a few places where I can just where I can plant some trees, especially the two tall ones, right? The spruce, the pale oak, dark oak, right? Those, especially the two oaks, since you have to plant them in a 2x2, because otherwise it just doesn't work. All right, we'll just throw some of this stuff into the system. It's nice to have dump chests here at each level. Sadly, these ones, you can't throw in the shulkers. You can only throw in items, but that's all good. All right, let's see now. Let's see now. Oh, dirt. I think I've got dirt going into bulk storage over here. Yeah. That'll work. I mean, do I want it to be grass? I mean, no, it's going to turn into podzol and stuff anyway, but I'll just plant a bunch of dirt down there. I should have just gone around that way. I don't know why. I feel like I have to go around this way to get over to this this elevator. I don't know. Creature of habit, I suppose. Hey, speaking of habits, are you in the habit of liking and following and subscribing to streams and stuff? You should be. I'll help you. Go ahead and follow the Music Free Gaming or subscribe on YouTube or both. Whatever platform you like to watch on, and that'll be great. It'll help you out. It'll help you build that habit of subscribing to channels that you like. All right, so let's go ahead and take out this. Okay. Honestly, I probably should have just done a little inside, but that's all right. Yeah, I'm committed now. We're just gonna do it this way. Oops. Maybe not quite that committed. All right. Definitely gonna fill this whole area with dirt, or at least most of it. Don't know if we'll get all of it in, but because I guess really I don't need to do the edges. It's not like I'm going to be planting trees right next to the wall. That would probably be a mistake. Turns out I don't think the trees would grow very well. Yeah, planting that, or putting in that slime farm cut down my growing area by just about 25%. So that cut out about a quarter of my room here, so yeah, I'll have to take a look and see what I want to do about a farm. I mean, they're not crazy, I think, to do, but there are definitely some things. Now, I don't know. I'd have to take a look, because there's some stuff you can do with leaf stone, right? The tree grows, connects to leaves, the leaves update, and then that triggers pistons to push out. I don't know how effective that is if you're dealing with multiple types of trees and things like that. But honestly, let's bring this way. Like if I put down a spruce leaves, and then I grow an oak tree, and the oak tree connects to the spruce leaves, do I get a redstone signal? Honestly, I don't know. That might be worth testing. All right. Well, we'll figure it out, I guess. In the meantime, let's finish getting some of this dirt in place. Just to make things a little bit easier on myself later, just in case I don't get enough. Yeah, just in case I don't have enough dirt. There, we'll, okay. So at least I've got some places there in the middle where I can plant all. Oops, the axe, stop. Where I can plant all the trees. Okay. Yeah, if I need to go up and get some more dirt, I can do that. But I think we're all right. Definitely need to add some light in here, though. This area towards the center of the room is definitely on the dark side. And cookies or no, I think I need to minimize my dark side. That was one of those things. I was a little bit sad. One of my daughters had a T-shirt for a while that said, "Come to the dark side, we have cookies." And it was funny. We laughed. Okay, need more. Because apparently need more. It was, it was great. Well, we were at Disneyland. We had taken a trip out there, and they had this Star Wars show, where of course you go and you watch, and they would pull people out of the crowd, kids who wanted to. Basically, they gave them, or they dressed them up in a Jedi robe, gave them a toy lightsaber, right, and then they would get 3 swings at either Vader or Darth Maul or something, and then move on, and then they would get the sort of. So congratulations, you graduated from the Jedi Academy type diploma thing, which was fun, right? And one of my younger kids was a huge Star Wars fan at the time, and she was all excited because she got picked to go. But it would have been hilarious if the older of my daughters who had that shirt, if she'd been wearing it that day. Because she already managed to get the side eye from Maul for whatever reason. I can't remember why. And that would have just been hilarious to have the Dark Side Cookies T-shirt while they're at the Jedi training thing. Definitely would have been worth at least a mild chuckle, Some days that's about all it's worth. Okay. That's not where it goes. All right. We're close. I said I was tempted to grab some grass to put out here, but said the reality is I'm going to end up with podzol and stuff anyway from the spruce trees, so having this go green really isn't that big a deal. On the other hand, maybe some mycelium could be good. But again, I think that turns into podzol anyway. But the podzol will be nice once it's there, because then I can grow mushrooms and stuff. And part of the reason I have this the farm, the spider farm, is so I can get spider eyes. Because spider eyes are great. I need fermented spider eyes for potions, so. That's totally a thing. All right. Okay, so we now have ourselves a growing area. Okay, and there's definitely. Oh, There's definitely some area here too. Grab that dirt. Okay. It's not a huge amount of space, but it should be enough to be able to grow at least some of the smaller trees. Maybe not the big ones, but smaller ones might be okay. Yeah, if I were to, so I've got space here. So if I were to set up an actual TNT explodey thing, right, where we can plant a tree out here. Oh, I thought there was a spider up there. Plant a tree here, something like that. Have it push out this way and then explode. That would be awesome, right? That would be very awesome. And then I would just have to run the items into some sort of storage system, right? Something to collect it all, right? But there's definitely space down that way. Okay. And yeah, it might be nice, say, to set it up away from that farm. You know, away from the slime. Because after all, if it's going to be there, it'd be nice if I weren't getting in the way. Yeah, that's an interesting question. It's not one that I have an answer to, but definitely some interesting thoughts. So, okay. Did I leave any of the saplings down here? I think not. I think I ended up taking them back upstairs. Okay. Well, that's definitely a thing. Okay. Well. Cool. I'm going to leave this down here. Do I want to leave this down here? I don't know if I want to leave this down here. I'm going to be in this. Oh, look, zombie. Hi. Could you not? Why did you end up in here? I don't think it's okay. Oh, I guess it is dark back there. That would explain why. Why is the zombie here? Because he's dark. Oh, look, creeper. Hi. Could you? All right, that's fine. Heck. You know, that's a whole level of bad back there. Oh, you know what? You go. Could you beat each other up, please? Zombie, you need to, you know, do better. Okay. Zombie was not better. Okay. All right, and the Enderman is there. Okay, cool. Well, that's another area lit. That'll help out the slime farm a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. You know, those rare occasions, slime actually spawn in there. You know. Honestly, I wonder if. Let's come in here for a minute. I really need to be stopping, okay? But let's take out some of these torches. And I think I might actually have enough light. Yeah, it just needs to be bright enough that other mobs won't spawn in there. Like skeletons spawn in here, it's especially bad because they'll kill off the golems. But it looks like the light levels are fine. So, okay. I can live with that. Sweet. It's dim in there, but it's not dark. I don't have to worry about hostile mobs, which is actually a good thing. And those torches won't be blocking any spawning spaces that are there. So that's a good thing. The other fun thing is if I'm at the spider farm, right? Because the spider farm is down this way a little bit, right? It's right here. So there's the slime farm over that way. That's within the despawn sphere. So if I'm at the spider farm, this slime farm should actually be doing stuff. Okay. Not much, but, you know, something. Okay. Oh, yes, and I did turn off hostile mobs again, so hostile mob sound. So I can't hear if there's if they're slime in there anyway. So, you know, that's cool. Oh well. It's all right. The farm will do what I need it to do. I said I keep saying it. I don't know if I'm just trying to convince myself that it's true. That the farm is there really just to be a just a passive let's stay safe type of thing. And occasionally we'll get slime, you know. Yep, they just don't care. That's what it is. All right. All right, well, it is time. I really do need to be stopping. It has been I should have stopped 10 or 15 minutes ago. If I'm going to be honest with you. But it's been all sorts of fun. I want to give a shout out to all of you for hanging out with me, watching the stream, all that good stuff. But I especially want to shout out my supporters at musicfreegaming.com. If you'd like to help support the channel, that's the second best way to do it. Okay, of course, the best way is to watch the streams and like and subscribe and all of that stuff, but watch the streams. But the second best way is to become a supporter at musicfreegaming.com. You also get some perks for yourself, some behind the scenes stuff. I do a weekly newsletter talking about what I'm going to be doing the next week and just other things that are going on. Plus, there's some other cool stuff. So check that action out. And next stream is going to be on Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So check that action out. And until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.